Dear Didgeridoo friends, second video of my new video series. I want to talk about what the yidaki and mago, those are Aboriginal names for the Didgeridoo, which is not an Aboriginal name. So what the yidaki and mago can give you, what it's about. In the first video I talked about my perception. The world is losing basically all of this, maybe without knowing, but in a rapid pace. Playing this now for 20 years, being a student of all aspects I can put my hands on, because it's not easy to gather all this information and knowledge. So 20 years I am like a sponge, sucking it all in and try to understand. And boy, I understood things I couldn't even dream of when I started it. And in all the years I was surprised beyond belief all the time. All the time. This is no exaggeration. When I started, I had no feeling for nature. The sensation of breathing, what it means for a living being, even plants, even insects, fish, humans, doesn't matter. Breathing is something we take for granted, and playing the yidaki and mago, you become aware year and year more. Breathing is such a big thing, so important. Clean air is beautiful, is life, is energy, is everything. Everything. You know it when you don't have clean air. Now in those COVID times, I sometimes stand with people in front of a bakery or Asia food snack thing, you know what I mean. And people are smoking cigarettes, which I really hate. This, not only the smell, but the simple fact. Somebody is, how can I say, cocky enough to pollute the air, the environment of the people standing there. Without mercy, you have to suck this shitty air and stuff in that you don't want. That's an example for how you, for many examples possible, how you can value air and nature in general. Playing this, you see especially trees as something precious. And as an extension of those thoughts, you perceive all living beings, doesn't matter what beings, everything. You see how precious they are. And sounds. I know for a fact people stop playing this instrument because they find no connection to the sound, which is a holy sound for the Aborigines, and if you perceive it as something holy, you definitely find joy. To feel the flow, the richness, all of them sound layers you learn to manage as an advanced player, to feel how the air goes through you, how the vibration of the whole body is expanding yourself into the room, the city even, the universe, and this is no joke. Your vibration goes a long, long way. So you become aware of things you didn't have on your radar before. For me it was even much more than that. Seeing yourself as not that important, in terms of you are losing the wildest ways of your ego to think you are the center of everything. To learn how to play egoless. It came this year, in fact. So I needed 19 years of playing to understand and to get a feeling of how it is, in that sense, to lose yourself, to see yourself as in the right proportion. Egoless playing, very interesting topic. And for that matter, to find your music, yeah, it is music. To find your music as something of worth for yourself, for people who may care to listen, to find beauty in sounds and rhythms, to see how everything is connected. You see, the Aborigines play for nature, their rhythms and sounds come from nature, so they connect when they play, and not only with nature and living things, but also with spirits. And the whole spiritual world was, for the most part of my life, a book that was not open to me. I didn't understand, I didn't believe. And playing this instrument, you cannot help but to come closer and closer to some revelations, and in time you do connect, you understand. It takes years and years and years, but you get there. And if you have a proper education, a teaching in how to play this instrument and what it means, what it can be, this is a marvelous journey to yourself, to understand the world, the life, nature, air, breathing, spirits, your place in it. It is right that other instruments, musical instruments, can give you that too. Surely. Learning other instruments, you have sometimes the problem. People are putting pressure on you, teachers, an audience. You gotta play this, you gotta play that, you have to obey rules. So at the end of the day, you may not be free playing your music. You may not even be allowed to play something you love to satisfy an audience or some expectations of people, parents. This you can play like you want. There are techniques, a lot of them, there are rhythms, a lot of them. There are overtone melodies, there are recommended things you may learn. But you also can say, okay, I learn this, but I also do what I like. This is my thing, my music. I do what I want. I am free. I choose. This is something you do not get in every musical instrument. The instrument would give it to you, but the people around it maybe do not. You can play as slowly as you like, you can play rhythms or no rhythms, you can play soundscapes, you can just enjoy what you do. And one more thing, while you are playing, it is impossible to think. So in fact it is a kind of meditation. Some people manage to think when they play and they get frustrated and they have problems they invite into their life but not really need to be. So yeah, this is a symbol of freedom and choice.